Hello, and welcome to the Hero Channel, Hero Academy. Got you here with me yet again. Let me see if I can make it past this light. Yo, I did. I wanted to talk about Github. It is actually one of the earnings that we're looking at this week, and I wanted to give you a little bit of technicals as well as just kind of how it's been performing over the last 3 months after its last earnings. And yeah, we'll be taking a look at that. Last time during its earnings, it actually fell about probably, if I remember correctly, it's probably about maybe 25%. Let's take a look again. So what I'm doing is going year to date, and I'm guessing their earnings was probably aftermarket on March 4th, and they dropped probably about 24% initially, and then they just kept going down from there. What I am thinking is that the RSI is basically saying that this is going to go up, and it's going to go up big. I don't know where necessarily it's going to retrace to, but I'm thinking it's going to be somewhere around 25 to 30%. A 25 to 30% move, because this is extremely oversold. If you take a look with me over to the chart, you can see all the way at this end, we're in extremely oversold territory. I think our EPS is damn near like 30, like 29 if I remember correctly. Hang on, let me take a look. Yeah. Our RSI is literally 29. It's so oversold, it's wild. So here's the thing: if there was one earnings that was pretty oversold, and it just oversold even more later. I think it was last week. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It might have been Salesforce. It was pretty in that oversold territory. It was under 50 RSI. So if this thing sells off, it's gonna sell off bad. It's gonna be like wild. But the same thing is the flip of the coin. This thing is gonna go up crazy if they beat earnings and they smash, and we start going up from there. Because I feel like at this point we have a lot of short sellers way at the bottom. So we want to keep an eye on that. This is I did, especially since it's on Monday, I went ahead and did a weekly call, and I did a put. So I'm just doing it towards what my capital is. Honestly, what I would have done is definitely gone in the money, but my capital isn't huge boinky doinky right now, because I think I told you previously I exploded my account. So yeah, we're just doing deep. We're going as deep as we can with our call, because I believe that it's going to go up, so what I did was go ahead and get a call that is a little bit more pumpy. I think I probably bought the call for like 140 maybe. I'm not sure. It's showing me I'm down 32%. So I probably bought it for, I think 140, because I made a little bit off the put so far. So the reason why I'm doing like both right now, especially at the beginning of the week, my implied volatility is not going to be as high as if it was earnings and it was like starting on Friday. So it's kind of worth the risk, especially since I know it's going to make a big move up or a big move down if they disappoint on earnings. They haven't before, but whatever happened last earnings, it made the stock drop crazy. And especially with Salesforce and all this stuff just going crazy down, that is the play that I am making. Later on this week, we're going to go over CrowdStrike. I think actually the day after, we'll go over CrowdStrike, and depending on what capital I have after, we're gonna do some hefty puts to the downside. CrowdStrike, it was telling a story like it was gonna go up, but something about it, man, it's not doing so hot. I wanna maybe I'll take a look with you guys here. At CrowdStrike. Now, here's the thing, guys. My account is blown up, but I've blown up my account so many times. Like, I basically put 300 in, I make like 8,000 or something, and then I get a little too risky with my play, and then it blows up. So normally this would freak a lot of people out where my position size is, but I know how to build it properly, if that makes sense. What I was doing before was not properly. The reason why I lost all my liquidity is because Salesforce took a big dumpy lump, and I literally thought throughout the day, hey, I'm going to get 10 puts to the downside, just in case, no matter how sure I am. And I was way too sure, and blew up my account. So that's what happened with that. But CrowdStrike, I think it's going to take a big dumply lump. I don't know if it's going to take a dump as big as Salesforce, but since Salesforce has kind of put the bar up there, I feel like it could take a big dump. Now, Powan Industry, whatever it is, Nancy Pelosi stock, that one slightly dumped after earnings, but it was only by like 4%. But if you had like a good position in it, it still like ripped your capital apart, man. Like, I'm trying to remember correctly. This is February. It's not February when the earnings were. It's like really recent. I'm trying to remember. What the shit? Okay. Just let me go on here. Their earnings were really recent. I can't remember completely. I feel like it was 2 weeks ago. Because we went down. Boop. Yeah, so this is it right here. So we went down 4%. On this day. It wasn't too big, wasn't too whatever. So what I think I'll do with CrowdStrike, I'll get something like a put where I break even at 4%, and then I'll do the rest to a really downside-ish put, and then we'll see where that goes with that. I'm gonna try to save a little liquidity so I can do a call too, because that is kind of my philosophy, but I have a feeling it's just gonna be going down. I also bought AMC. It went really crazy this morning, and I waited for it to kind of just make a drop and bump and stuff like that. And now I have a couple of calls. Hopefully, what happened last time is that it was like everything was pumping, and then it dumped, and then the next day it pumped again. So it already made its pump. So now it's kind of like this little wavering accumulation stage where everybody is kind of grabbing their calls for the next pump up. But with Roaring Kitty throwing the reverse card, that's going to get enough people kind of excited and buzzing, and that's kind of how these plays work. You want to get everybody like buzzing and excited for what could happen. So I went ahead and got inside the fun. But yeah, that's about it. We're going to see how Github does today after hours, and then we're going to make lots of money. I personally want it to go up. That's going to give me a lot of liquidity, be able to jump into CrowdStrike. I'm looking for at least 600 for my play. 600 for my call, which with the with the strike price that I'm at with 57, if it were to go up, the implied move is basically 25%. So if it actually just goes up, even just to 25, I feel like it'll go more. It'll probably go, I have a gut feeling, and usually my gut feeling's right, it's gonna go up to 47%. Because it was sitting over there at 70, ready to push higher before. But even if we go to just 25%, I should make about 600, close to it, for the play. And if it goes up to 47, I think it is, we'll definitely be somewhere around that 1,000. So I'm hoping that's the case, especially with all this meme squeezing and stuff like that. It'll do that. But yep, as you see, 47. It was at 74. I'm sorry, at 74. It was at 74 before, but now it's like at 70. So we will make sure that happens. But thank you guys very much for watching another amazing episode with me, and we'll check back in tomorrow and see what plays we have. Take care.